Yup! Hey, Blue Table fans. It's coming up on like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm the last man standing upstairs. I'm just finishing up some tic-tac and watching some Star Trek. Yeah, it's good times. Doesn't even feel like work. Alright, so folks, my main reason for hopping on the YouTube tonight is to tell you about our Ork Specials that we've got going. Number one is, and we're going to be running both of these to Friday, July 8th. It's limited time, limited quantity. They're both Ork Specials, so it is kind of narrow. So the first one is with a 2,000 point or higher Ork army. You can get some extra conversion work done at no charge. And then the other one, which is called Join WAAAAAGH. Oh, and by the way, we are kind of brewing up a campaign, an Orks versus Tau campaign. And I'm extremely excited about that. I got my Tau army it's just burgeoning all the time. In fact, hold on a second. Oh, no, wait, I already showed you my Remoras. But I've got my Urvarna suit in from Forge World. Pretty excited about that. And so anyway, Join WAAAAAGH is 2 slots only. When you commission your Ork army of a certain size, check liner notes for details. We will take Mason and set him aside immediately, and he will assemble and paint your army for you. So we got a camera for him for Skype, so you'll be able to contact him that way and be able to look in on what's going on. So it's a new thing. We haven't tried this before. I'm pretty excited about it. So in other news today, since now I may as well just ramble and kind of keep you company. So I'm taking a day off tomorrow, which is Thursday. Nobody else here will be taking a day off. I've got BTP inquiries. Again, check the liner notes for the email, projects@bluetablepainting.com. You can talk to Steve. He's really great at setting up projects. If you have a dream project and you're not sure, how you might come up with the funds, don't worry about that. Dream first, funds later. And that's the fun of it. Do a little window shopping. And we have a kind of a little questionnaire thing that you fill out. Talks about the army that you want and where you're from and just a city. We're not looking to find your house. And also readiness. So if you're in there, you just go ballpark. That means that it's like, well, I don't know how this is, but I'd like to know more about the process. So anyway, and of course we love clients that are just ready to go. Now for the Orks thing, if you'd like to do a Tau project, let me know about that. And you'll contact me at bluetablepainting@gmail.com. Because we would do, hold on, yeah, we could actually do a similar special with that, because I've got Katie and one other person who are working just on Tau right now, and she's actually about to finish up with a current Tau project. And so if you start now, you can basically just get right in there. So, Guy, what else? Oh yeah, I'm taking a day off tomorrow. I'm going to an amusement park with my family, my wife and 4 kids. For those of you just tuning in, I have a lovely family of 4. I've got a 5-year-old girl, 2 boys ages 9 and 12. The boy is actually about to become a teenager, going to turn 13 soon, and I'm pretty excited about that. He's pretty mellow, and my girl will be 15 this month, so that's pretty exciting. They were obviously the 2 oldest ones were very young when I started this whole adventure. They, my eldest son was just a baby when I started BTP. So, yeah, it's been a long journey, and it's been a lot of fun. And so I've been thinking recently that, if I had a button that could just make everything that I was currently dreaming of, which is a lot, by the way, just happen immediately. Poof. would I press it? And the answer is no, I wouldn't press it, because then there would be another journey ahead of me. And so the trick, I believe, is to be happy even though you're not there yet. And to be happy in the discovery, to be happy in the experience, to be happy in the creation, and to be happy as you're moving along towards things. And that's been kind of a big revelation recently, is that you can get an end result, but you can also have an experience along the way. And you can have not only an adventure, adventure is really a good word. You can have the adventure, the end result, and you can also, through the whole thing, you can have a feeling. And the beauty is that, what I found is that if I set my mind to it, and not like, oh, I'll set my mind to it, like it's some sort of, difficulty, but if I have fun with it, then I'm happy all the time. I'm happy right now. I'm having a good time. Had a similar insight several years ago. Just worried about things. Worry, oh my gosh, spend half my life worrying about stuff. That turned out to be, nothing, It was a great day, the air conditioning was working, had a good time. The now is always great. It's that I'm wringing my own brain over 3 days from now. I'm inventing things in my mind that probably won't even happen. So anyway, I was making some oatmeal, and I was just like worried out of my mind. And I was like, you know what? I'm here. It's early in the morning. No one's up. I'm by myself. I'm making my oatmeal. I love oatmeal. I'm going to have, honey and butter and jam or whatever I want on it. And I'm just like, why can't I just enjoy my oatmeal? So that's what I decided. I was like, I can either sit here, I can stand here, make my oatmeal and be miserable, or I can stand here, make my oatmeal and be happy. Because right now I'm making oatmeal, and there's nothing I can do about all of these other problems. And boy, guys, sometimes you got to detach. You got to just take a break. And sometimes I think the problem is focusing too much on the problem. Like really just so in there. You got to just take a day. Speaking of which, I'm taking tomorrow off. And you know what? I'm not going to bring my camera. I'm not going to worry about anything. It's all going to be awesome. So excited. And guys, there are a lot. Oh my gosh, I wish I could tell you half of the stuff going on at BTP. It is. And in my life, it's just absolutely, absolutely amazing. But it's one of those things where it's like, when big issues are resolving, there's no need to make them into news items. So, I guess you just have to wait and see. Because, folks, the journey is not over. The journey is beautiful. I'm having fun with it. Also, in other news, I've had 2 sessions of acupuncture. And I got to tell you, boy, you can't argue with results. Because I don't like to say things like this, but I do suffer from chronic back pain, and I don't think it's that uncommon, really. And it's not that bad. It's just, see, and boy, be careful. I'm careful with what comes out of my mouth, because if I say it, well, there you go. That's the power of words. So, no, my back feels awesome. I've actually, a couple of times, been able to just do it with mental willpower alone. Just make it go away. Yeah, it's kind of a freak job, actually. I'm just like, my spine feels so awesome right now. Oh my gosh. Just comfortable. Like that. Kind of mind over matter. But anyway, can't argue with results. I feel great. It's kind of weird. I'm going to keep going. I think it ties into like what is it? Tony Robbins is always talking about neurokinetics, where you can make an immediate change to your physical state, and then that will help you derail or re-rail your mental state into the right thing. And and that's something I'm going to be talking about more in the near future. I've been kind of running from it. I keep thinking about doing it and talking about my mental stuff. And, I don't know, it's not a preachment, but I do think some people might benefit from it on the channel, maybe 5 people. That'd be enough to make a nice hour video, talk about my awesome vision board. Not really a board, it's like a wall. It's like a room, my vision room. Oh, so awesome. Well, here's the short of it. Basically, what I did is, okay, so I started answering the question, how would I want my life if there were no limitation? If it were all just like anything could be changed like that. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I wonder how, and it's a hard question to answer. I think most people are like, well, you know, if I come into some money, maybe I'll figure out what I want to do with it. No, you should figure it out first. And not just because of goals or it might happen, but because it can be so fun. It can be so, it's this great, I've been doing it for 2 years now, you know, and I started like this big. I put my tape up because that's the way that I heard it was. And, you know, I started getting some pieces of paper that I cut out, and I wrote things in Sharpie. So my initial one was not awesome, but it was a start. And so anyway, so I have my, I'll go on images, like Bing images, that's my favorite one, on any particular topic. So let's say food. So, well, okay, if I had unlimited resources, what kind of food would I have? How often? How would it be served up? Would I go out? Would I eat in? Would I have stock? Would I cook it myself? You know, would any particular person be cooking it for me? You know, would it be uncooked? You know, how would it be? So you get images of a topic, and you just like, it's fun. You just press the next button, and then if something pops out at me, usually 1 thing in 50, you know, it's like, oh, that is so awesome, yes. So that goes into the file. And then from the file, I go in and I further vet them, and I'll write something positive under them, like, oh, this meal is just for you, Shawn. And then I print that out and I put it up on my wall. And I basically created this fantasy world in this room. So rule of 1, I believe, with that is don't let other egos in on it, even your own. It's probably best at first not to let anybody see it, because then you won't be worried about what other people think, and you can get to the truth. And even inside of you, at least in my experience, it was that I found that I had limiting voices for myself, and that I imagined from other people. Oh, you'll never do that. Oh, how are you going to do that? And yeah, wow. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you someday what that journey was. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. All right, folks, well, that's it. It's a Wednesday night. It's late o'clock. Oh, jeez. I got to get home. There was a thunderstorm earlier. That was awesome. But it was like so hot that it was like this steamy kind of rain, you know. But it was great. It really cooled everything down. That's really nice. Yeah. Geez, what else? Yeah, life is really good. Oh, feel free to friend me on Facebook, Shawn Gately. Be a part of that. I put a lot of stuff up on my personal edge. Oh, also, don't forget our web store, our trade-in program. And the great thing about the BTP trade-in program is you get instant gratification. And I'm ready to maybe try some different things. Like if you have an army and you want to like put it up on commission, like consignment, I might do something like that. But you know, I don't know exactly how to go about it. I'm starting to pick. Oh, secret weapon bases are coming. You know what? I think I've talked about all this. All right, guys. Good night. I got to get home. Thanks for tuning in. And I've got bat reps coming. We've got a lot of really good content coming up. And but tomorrow I will be out, and but I will be back in full force on Friday. But don't ease up on those project inquiries, because Steve does not have the day off. We got our 2 Ork Specials. going. Don't forget the Ork Specials. So check the liner notes for details. Thanks for tuning in.